if you're trying to lose that belly, that gut, them rolls, you want to try intermittent fasting. Your neck fat will go down. I still got a little work to do when it comes to mine. That's why, you know, certain angles helps. I'm back. Oh my goodness, y'all really blew up that last video. I was not expecting it to blow up like that. My last video that I posted, what I did to lose weight without working out, check that video out if you haven't seen it, because the information that I provided was very helpful to me. So I was hoping that it would be helpful to others. Y'all just grabbed that video and took it to another level. I'm really shocked at how well it's performing. I'm so grateful for all of the positive feedback, all of the suggestions, and you guys letting me know what you're doing and your journeys and the encouragement. I love to see it. Let's keep that positive energy going in the comment section. It could be something that I didn't cover in the video that you might want to share that could be beneficial for somebody else. So let's keep that positive energy going. So grateful for everybody who is on their journey, or who's thinking about starting their journey, or who's just interested in seeing the other options. There's other ways that you can get your body healthy. Everyone does what's right for them. However, I just wanted to provide an alternative, and I'm so grateful that you all thought it was beneficial and that it's something that can actually be sustained. Today we're going to talk about what I ate to lose weight. So I have my phone here, so I'm going to be looking down and going over my notes. So we're going to go through it. So the first thing that I did to lose weight is ask for guidance. One of my main things before I do anything big or drastic in my life is I seek guidance. That guidance for me personally comes from God. I do believe in God, and I went to him for guidance, not to ask what to do, but more so ask for me to be able to sustain what I'm doing, and if there's anything that is off or harder and I can find an easier way, for him to guide me to that. I would suggest doing that if you also have a higher power that you go to. For this journey in particular that I was going on, after I sought guidance, I decided to do a detox. Now, I talked about this in my previous video that I did the herbs detox. Basically, you just detox eating raw foods, nothing cooked, only fruits and vegetables. There's people who do raw food diet as a lifestyle, but that's not a lifestyle that I can see myself sustaining. But it was a really great detox. So these herbs are meant to cleanse your body, literally a full body internal cleanse. So you clean out all your liver and your kidney and your blood, and you just completely reset your body. Doing a detox before you go on any lifestyle change when it comes to weight loss, I'll link that detox in the description if anybody's interested in checking it out. It's so beneficial, and it's almost like a hidden secret, honestly, that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about when it comes to lose weight. I hear them just say lose weight, go to the gym, start eating healthy. They don't really talk about the foundation. To me, detoxing is like building that foundation. It helps you to get a solid reset. It's almost like you hit the reset button, you know, in your blow dryer when you're blow drying your hair, if you have a blow dryer, and then, you know, you go to plug it. Well, that's a bad analogy. Let me think of another one. Okay, so we're talking about foundation. So I'm going to just talk about a house. So whenever you see a brand new house being built, you never see them just go ahead and start putting up the wood or putting up the steel or the beams or whatever without laying down a foundation. They always lay down a foundation so that the home has something sturdy to stand on. It's like you're setting the standard for what the house will be built on. So that's pretty much how I look at detoxing. Is basically the foundation that you need to reset your body to be able to have a beautiful internal and external progress. So not only does detox help to build a great foundation, it's also really good for helping to absorb the nutrients that you need for your body. If you drink alcohol or you eat a lot of processed foods or a lot of sugar, pretty much those bad things stay in your body, and it creates, you know, I don't want to start saying medical terms like high blood pressure and diabetes, all that stuff. However, I do know that after you put so many things in your body that isn't great for you, you know, your body doesn't absorb the nutrients in the healthy foods as easy. You detox your body, you're basically resetting and getting all that gunk out. And so when you do eat the healthy foods, your body is able to absorb the nutrients way better. Every time I do a detox, afterwards, I always feel so energized. I feel lighter. I feel healthier. Your body was able to reset, get in those nutrients, and get out of the bad stuff. I would definitely recommend starting with the detox because it's a great way to set the foundation for what you're going to be transitioning your body into. It also helps to see results quicker. I know that's not always the goal to see quick results, but sometimes, you know, we want to see the results. If you reset your body first, most of the time you'll see results a little bit quicker. Not all of the time, but most of the time. You'll notice your belly fat go down. You might lose some inches off your weight, your neck, like other parts of your body. You'll just notice the difference. I'm just going to say that. You're going to notice the difference. So get you some detox. There are different types of detox that you can do, and I'm just going to list a few on the screen. That way you can see the different type of detox. The next thing that I have on my list is it is really good to count your macros. So you can Google macros calendar. I'll put a link on the screen somewhere so you can just see what I'm talking about. This is completely optional. It will help you to be able to get the suggested serving sizes. You do your macros calendar. Basically, you'll just go onto the calendar, you'll put your height, you'll put your weight, you'll put how active you are, or if you're not active at all. And based on those numbers, it'll give you how many calories you should take in a day. If you want to lose weight, if you're trying to maintain weight, if you're trying to gain weight, it'll basically give you those numbers based off of your goal. If your goal is to lose weight, you'll put you want to lose weight, and it'll basically put you in a caloric deficit. That just means you're eating less calories than you normally would so that you can lose weight. When you do the macros calendar, it'll tell you, okay, so maybe typically if you eat, let's say 2,000 calories a day, it might tell you, since you're this height and you weigh this much and you want to lose weight, how aggressive do you want to lose weight? You trying to lose a pound a week, 2 pounds a week? And it'll go based off of those numbers. So you probably will end up taking like 1,400 calories a day, or 1,600 or 1,200 calories. It all depends on the individual. No one will have the same macros because it all depends on your height, your weight, and your activeness, how active you are, how quick you want to lose weight, all of that. So just keep that in mind. It also tells you how much sugar you should be taking in, how much carbs, all of that. That's a really good way to be able to know how much of what you should be eating. So those are the two main things. I detoxed, well, three main things. First, I started with getting some help from the source, the creator, God Almighty Yahweh. And then I did my detox, the D-Herbs detox, for 21 days. And then after that, I did the macros calendar so I can know how much calories I should be eating. And I didn't strictly sit there in every meal and count calories. I wasn't really strict with that, to be completely honest. I was not really strict with counting calories. I was more so strict with like my carb intake and my sugar intake. Those are the first things that I did to start. Thing that I did was intermittent fasting. If you've never heard of it, well, I'll put on the screen exactly what intermittent fasting is, but I'll explain briefly. Intermittent fasting is when you fast certain times of the day, you're not eating food. Some people eat for only 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, eat only 4 hours or 6 hours a day. So you're fasting from eating food a certain time of the day. I did the 8-hour window of eating where I only ate 8 hours throughout the day. And my window was from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sometimes I would be hungry before and I would eat from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And sometimes my day would get started pretty late, so I would eat from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. I try not to eat at 9, but I would maybe eat at 8 and just not have a full 8-hour window. I would make sure to have all of my meals within those hours. What you're doing is you're allowing your body to fast from food so that it has more time to process, and you're not eating all day. When you intermittent fast, you see such a difference in your body fat, and especially your belly fat. If you're trying to lose that belly, that gut, them rolls, you want to try intermittent fasting. At first, it might be challenging to do. I would say like the first week or two can be challenging because you'll be hungry, especially if your body's used to eating 12 hours in the day or 16 hours in the day, depending on, you know, how much you eat throughout the day. After a while, your body will get used to it to the point where you just are on autopilot. You're not even hungry as much as you were. So definitely intermittent fasting is key. And when I would intermittent fast, I did that literally Monday through Sunday. I did it every single day. Sometimes I would take Saturdays or Sundays off, but for the most part, I always did Monday through Friday intermittent fasting. And the weekends, I was just so used to having that schedule that I would still do it on the weekend. The next thing that I did was take apple cider vinegar. I would take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day. Typically it was 1 tablespoon every morning religiously. As soon as I woke up, I would go to my kitchen, get me 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. There are apple cider vinegar drinks and juices that people, and concoctions that people like to make. Like sometimes people will put honey in it and put cayenne pepper, put lemon or maple syrup instead of honey. I didn't do all of that. I literally just got my tablespoon and my water. You want to make sure that you mix it with at least 8 ounces or more of water. I try to do at least 8 ounces because I don't want to be drinking a lot of apple cider vinegar water. If you've ever had apple cider vinegar, you know it is not a pleasant taste at all. Not only that, it's not good to drink it straight. I've seen so many videos of people talk about apple cider vinegar and they just take the tablespoon and they just shot it. Do not do that. That's not really good for the enamel on your teeth, for one, and also it's not really good for your what do you call it? You want to dilute it with water. If you have tea, that's good as well. I got me some tea here. It doesn't have apple cider vinegar in it, but I've been talking for a minute, so I'm gonna just take a little sip. This is peppermint tea from Trader Joe's, the organic one. Look how cute my cup is. It says fiercely feminine. My mom got me this for Christmas. It's so freaking cute. Apple cider vinegar is the cheat code for melting belly fat. Even if you don't do the intermittent fasting, at least do the apple cider vinegar. After a few weeks, I would say 2 weeks. I usually notice within 2 weeks, my belly fat goes down. Even if you don't intermittent fast on the weekends, always take your apple cider vinegar because it has so many health benefits. And not only that, you want to be continuously working on your digestion. Make sure that all your food is digested. So take your apple cider vinegar. The other thing that I did was I came up with an eating plan. This is very key because you want to know what you should be eating. We know when. If we're doing the intermittent fasting, we know when. For me personally, this is what I did. I focused on getting protein, veggies, and complex carbs. Low sugar. I'm going to say no sugar because I did do sugar. Like I ate banana. I ate regular fruits that have higher sugar count, but it was all natural sugar. No or very low added sugars. I just made sure not to eat too much or any added sugar. For my meals, I would make sure I had a protein, a fruit or a veggie, sometimes both, and a complex carb with every meal. Now, complex carb is eating carb sources that aren't very bad. When people say carb, usually they run and get scared, like, oh no, don't eat carbs, it makes you fat. Don't think you can't have any carbs. Just try to aim for the carbs that are better for you, and complex carbs are those better carbs for you. Complex carbs are those, a few examples are quinoa, whole grains, brown rice, sweet potatoes, red potatoes. There's a few different options that you can have when it comes to complex carbs. Oats, But those are still really good for you. When it came to carbs, I try not to eat carbs for my like dinner. When I say carbs, I'm talking about the complex carbs. For breakfast, I will incorporate complex carbs. Lunch, if it's in my snacks. And then for dinner, I would just eat a protein and a veggie, no carbs at all. Obviously, certain veggies have carbs in it. We're not going that strict. I just mean as far as complex carbs, we're not going to have that. We're just going to have a protein and a veggie. For my proteins, I would try to focus on lean protein. So I would eat turkey, chicken, fish. Some of the fish that I ate was salmon, cod. I also had some seafood, so I would eat shrimp. Every now and again, I would have a lobster tail. I also had tuna. Tuna is a really, really good source of protein. Tuna. I tried to stay away from beef. If I ate beef, I just didn't eat it too much because beef takes a long time to digest and process through your body. So I would say try to avoid beef, but if that's something that's out of the picture for you, try to get grass-fed. If you can get grass-fed, that's so much better for you. More lean as well. So try to get lean beef or grass-fed, which is way better. There's other sources of proteins that I had. I'll put that on the screen. When it came to my fruits and veggies, I just ate all the fruits and veggies. I didn't even try to say, oh no, don't eat this fruit because it's too much sugar, or don't eat that no. I ate all the fruits and all the veggies. A tip for you veggie haters, because I know y'all out there. I will say I'm a veggie hater, but you know, I'm a veggie neighbor. I like to eat veggies, but you know, sometimes I'm not as strict on eating my veggies, or I have to be like, oh wait, did I have a veggie for my lunch today? Oh, I didn't have a veggie for my lunch. Let me make sure I double up for dinner. For all you people out there who struggle with eating veggies, or you just don't like veggies at all, here's the cheat code for consuming your serving of veggies without having to eat it. Get a juicer. Get you a green juice that has kale, spinach, celery, apple. I know apple can be sweet, but most of the time a green apple is used, or Fuji or Gala apple or something is used. That gives you a little bit of sugar, but you know, not too crazy. Lemon, all the greens. You want to get all of the greens without adding all those extra sugar. That is how you can get your veggie serving in for the day. I love green juice, and juice is easy to drink. You can just drink that thing really quick and you're done for the day. If you are struggling to get your veggies in, juice them. The other thing you can do is make protein shakes, and or just a regular smoothie. You can put lots of fruits and veggies in a smoothie. Just make sure that when you make your smoothies, do not add the Welch's or the apple juice or the orange juice as your water, as your base to mix everything. Try to use coconut water. I personally don't like the taste of coconut. When you mix it with fruits and veggies, you don't really taste the coconut flavor. But you could also use almond milk, oat milk, whole milk. You can do that too. I personally don't do much, if not any, dairy, just because it doesn't work well with my stomach. Dairy is not, it's not my friend. But anyway, try to mix your smoothies with water, coconut water, or milk instead of using juices, because you don't want the added sugars from the juice. Fruits and veggies in a smoothie is another way you can get your fruit servings and veggie servings in for the day. Protein shakes are really good too, especially if you struggle with eating. Protein shakes are a good way to just get the protein in for the day, and it also makes you feel fuller, or it makes you feel full. And it could be a meal substitute as well. I know that I was struggling for a while to eat enough food, so I would just make a smoothie or a protein shake, and that definitely helped me to be able to still get in all of my fruits and veggies and protein for the day. After doing all of those things, we're intermittent fasting, we're taking our apple cider vinegar every day, we're eating clean, we have our protein, our veggies, and our complex carbs, and we're eating that every day, maybe depending on how you want to do it. I wanted to make sure that I gave myself a break and made it feel like I wasn't dieting, and that was just having a certain lifestyle change when it came to my eating. So on the weekends, I did not do my intermittent fasting as much. I did my apple cider vinegar every day, especially on the weekends. On the weekends, I was not strict about eating healthy and clean. On the weekends, I would allow myself to have whatever I want, whenever I want, how much of what I want. Once you start eating healthy and you are consistent with it, when it comes to the weekend, you're still automatically going to be wanting and craving those healthy foods. Or if you feel like you just want to eat healthy Monday through Sunday, do that. Do what works for you. But I personally, on the weekends, I allow myself to eat whatever. But I found myself still eating healthy. There may have been like 1 or 2 meals within the day, or 1 meal on Saturday, 1 meal on Sunday, that I was like, go crazy. Go crazy. But other than that, I just wanted to make sure not to mess up my progress. But not only that, I just craved the healthier foods. After a while, you will find that when you're eating healthy, you don't even want the fast food. You don't want the junk food. You just crave healthier foods, and it becomes a lifestyle. That's a good way to have a balance. If you feel like you don't want to be so restrictive Monday through Friday, commit to eating very healthy, very clean, and on the weekend, allow yourself some grace and give yourself some good eating. If you want a burger, if you want to get some barbecue, you want some ramen, you want some mashed potatoes, you want some pancakes, some waffles and eggs, do what you do. And then on Monday, we cleaning it up and we coming right back to eating healthy. I also would only drink alcohol on the weekend. I typically am not a big drinker, but I do love me some wine. I love me some red wine, and every now and then I would get like a hard kombucha. So if I were to have a drink, it would be on the weekend, and that way I know that I'm not getting in those extra calories unnecessarily, and I'm also being selective of how much I'm drinking. Like I said, I'm not a big drinker, but if I do drink, it's gonna be on the weekend. So if you're someone who likes to drink all of the time, maybe try scaling back for one, because it's not so good for you. You shouldn't be drinking a lot. If you find yourself having a problem with that, you might want to seek help, just being completely honest. But if you feel like, okay, I can do that, I might go once or twice a week and have a drink. I don't need to, but I can cut back to the weekends. Try it out and see how it works for you. You'll notice your belly fat goes down, because with the alcohol, you store that, it's extra calories, and you know, it adds to the belly fat. So beer, if you're a beer drinker especially, try to limit it to the weekends only. And since we're on the subject of drinks, I cut out any sodas, any juice, any crazy. Well, I don't even drink soda. If you see me drink a soda, I might be at a cookout somewhere and that's like one of the only options, or I'm eating at a restaurant and it's like a popular choice, or I have a random craving. These are the things that I drink. I drink tea, a lot of tea throughout the whole day. I drink tea every morning. I drink green tea in the morning. And then throughout the day, I might have tea, like peppermint tea or chai tea or black tea, something like that. I might even make a chai latte or a matcha latte. And then in the evening, I drink tea. And this is really good for helping you lose weight as well, to drink tea at night. But there are particular teas that you can drink. Burdock root tea is amazing for helping you to digest your food, and it also helps to melt that belly fat. Oolong tea, that's a really good tea also for helping you to cleanse out your digestion. Those yogi detox teas, those are some of my favorites. Those are good to take in the evening as well. A detox tea after you've had all your food throughout the day, because that really is going to help flush out your gut and your system, so that way when you wake up in the morning, you'll be ready to use the bathroom. I'm gonna just put that out there. You will be ready to use the bathroom, so don't say I didn't warn you. The next thing we have is water. There are different types of water that I like. For example, sparkling water is one of my favorite waters. I know it does dehydrate you a bit and it's not the best for you, but I like to have it just so it feels like I'm having a treat, especially since I don't drink soda. Typically, sparkling water is what I drink. Topo Chico happens to be my very, very, very favorite. I also love Splendrift because it's a sparkling water and they don't use natural flavors. They actually use real fruits to add like flavor. So I know there's a raspberry lime one, that's my favorite. There's a mango one, and they don't really have like any sugar, so that's why I like the raspberry. And then the other is infused water. If you do not infuse your water and you struggle with drinking water, try infusing your water and maybe you'll like water a lot better. Infusing water is one of my favorite things to do. I do it throughout the year, but I do it especially mostly in the summer. Like I said, I do it throughout the year, but in the summer is when you will see me get creative and crazy with it because all the fruits are in abundance. So I'm trying different fruits. You're getting the nutrients from those fruits and veggies. So that's another great way to detox your body and absorb those healthy nutrients, is infusing your water. If you have not tried it, you need to get on it. It is key and it's so delicious. And also, I did want to mention that if you find yourself drinking water but you still feel dehydrated, you might need to replenish your body with some electrolytes. One thing that I like to do is sprinkle some sea salt or Himalayan salt in my water just so I can absorb the minerals from those salts. And I always notice that I feel more hydrated. Don't put like table salt. Put real salt. Put some Himalayan salt. Fresh juice is another good drink option. No added sugar, okay? We're trying to do all natural sugars. And if you're struggling with needing something outside of just water or tea, get some fresh juice. In particular, I like orange juice fresh, apple juice fresh, but you have to make sure it's the real stuff. So the kind where you go to the grocery store and you see that the juice is separated from the water and you look at the ingredients and it's literally only water and that fruit, not from concentrate. You just want to make sure it's just that juice. And be careful with that because those juices do have a lot of sugar, and don't make that something that you drink all the time. But if you need to have juice, fresh juice only, where it's literally only the juice and water. That's it. Or maybe it's just the juice and no water. That's it. No added sugars, nothing. Okay? And then last but not least, I did mention kombucha. I like to have kombucha. Now, I will say kombucha typically has added sugar, especially the store-bought brands. If I were to have sugar from a drink, that will be as far as I'm going to go, the kombucha, because kombucha is really, really good for your digestion and it's really good for your gut health. So I do make sure to have at least 1 or 2 kombuchas a week. If you don't like kombucha, don't worry about it. Skip this step because it definitely is an acquired taste and something that if you're not used to the taste, you have to get used to, or you probably won't ever like it. I know people who do not like it, who eat healthy but do not like kombucha. So if it's not your thing, it ain't your thing. But if you haven't tried it, I would say try it just to see if it's something you're interested in. You can definitely get in healthy gut health sources elsewhere, like sauerkraut is a really good option. I love me some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is a good option. Kimchi is another good option. I like kimchi. Bone broth is another good option. Yogurt is another good option. There are other options out there, not just kombucha, but definitely kombucha is a favorite. I'm going to talk quickly about the benefits of eating a healthy diet or having healthier lifestyle habits. As you eat healthy foods, your body will begin to crave healthier foods, which means that your body is really happy about all of the goodness that your body is receiving, and it's so grateful and it wants more. And when it gets the bad junk, you know how sometimes you eat really healthy and then you eat something bad and it sends you right to the bathroom? You know what I'm talking about. You've been there before. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's because you were eating so good and then you added in these things that your body rid yourself of, like all the extra processed foods and oils and sugars, and your body's like, whoa, hold on now. What is that? What is that? So you notice when you eat healthier foods, you just crave it more. And then when you don't and you eat something foreign, your body will be like, not today. Give us that apple. Go ahead and bring me that apple. So yes, that's definitely a benefit of eating healthy, is that your body will naturally begin to crave healthier foods. The next benefit of eating healthy is you have more energy. I mentioned this before. After you do a detox, you notice that you feel lighter and you have more energy. That's also the case when you eat healthier. You will have more energy. If you're used to eating a lot of processed foods and heavy foods like fried chicken and steak and potatoes and smothered gravy and all of that, you eat that all the time, you'll notice like you need a nap throughout the day, or at the end of the day after work or something, you're tired, you're just like drained, and it's because your body has to process all of that heavy food, and it's a lot that your body has to go through. When you eat healthier foods, those foods typically aren't as heavy, and you might find that you eat more when you eat healthy versus when you didn't eat as healthy, just because those foods are lighter, so you have to eat more throughout the day to sustain yourself. That's why it's really good to incorporate complex carbs, because complex carbs helps to sustain you and make you satiated, which basically is just like you staying fuller longer, versus not having any carbs. You'll notice that you are much more energized. You probably won't have to take as many naps throughout the week, or when you get home you might have more energy to do things after work or just after your long day, whatever. And the other benefit I mentioned also is you'll feel lighter. Your body feels lighter. You don't feel as heavy or weighed down as you do when you eat a lot of processed oils and processed foods. And definitely you'll see it in your body. Out of everything else, you will see it in your body, and that's the goal. We want to transition to a healthier lifestyle, which in turn will give us a healthier body. And you'll notice you'll drop inches, your neck fat will go down. I still got a little work to do when it comes to mine. That's why, certain angles helps, but you'll notice your neck go down, your stomach, any problem areas, you'll start noticing a huge difference. And that's just by changing your eating, because you can work out and still have fat, or you can work out and still not see results. 80% is what you eat, and 20% is how active you are. You can definitely lose a lot of weight or reach your body goals by just eating healthy. I won't say don't work out or don't move your body, because that definitely adds to it. And not only that, it just makes you feel good. But you definitely want to prioritize what you're eating to see the best results. We talked about seeking guidance. We talked about detoxing. We talked about having an eating plan, using the macros calculator, also making sure that you're eating complex carbs, getting enough fruits and veggies, you're eating lean protein, and you're prioritizing no added sugar, low to no added sugar, treating yourself on the weekends, and making sure that you are not drinking anything crazy, just drinking teas, waters, and fresh juice. All right, so I hope this video has been helpful for you. I definitely saw results from doing these things. So everything that I shared with you is what I personally did. Nothing was added that I did not do. Everything that I'm telling you has been tried and has been true to me. Obviously, you want to take these tips and do what works best for you. Maybe you want to take it up another notch and add other elements to it. Maybe do no carbs at all and no sugar at all. That's even more beneficial. Maybe you're not quite ready to incorporate all of the steps, and maybe you want to just start with intermittent fasting only and apple cider vinegar, and then eventually get to the other things. However you want to do it, go ahead and make this work for you. If you're the type of person that just jumps straight in, go and do your thing. I know me personally, that's me. When I'm starting something, I'm gonna start and I'm not stopping until I see results, period, unless I have to. If you want to ease your way into it, definitely try doing one thing each week, or every 2 weeks you add on to it. Do what works best for yourself, but don't be afraid to challenge yourself within reason. If you are under strict diet guides or medication, definitely consult your doctor before. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical advisor. I am not anyone or physician or anyone who can tell you that these things are great for your body or bad for your body. I'm just sharing what I did personally. Hopefully what I did will inspire you to try it out and it will work for you as well. So you're excited to try it, leave a comment below. And if you have any other tips that you want to add to this that maybe I didn't add, leave those below as well, so that way we can continue the conversation in the comment section. So if someone else comes across this video, they can see what you did and maybe you can inspire them too by just sharing what you did. But I just want to make sure that we keep this positive interaction going and us continuing to uplift each other on our journeys. And I have some more videos coming out that are just gonna be really great, because I like to provide very useful, practical, real tips that work, that have been tried and true, and not just from something I searched on Google or because it's trending. No, what I'm telling you is because I've tried it. We're gonna make this a lifestyle and not a diet. So try not to look at it or try not to think about it as a diet. We are changing and we are making new lifestyle habits, okay? So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, because I'll have even more videos coming out just about health and wellness in general. I'm going to start incorporating some beauty videos as well, if that's something that you all are interested in, because that's something that I'm also passionate about, and I have a lot of tips and tricks in that area as well. But we're going to keep it in the wellness industry for now, unless y'all want me to do something different. I don't know, let me know. But yeah, I'm so grateful for your support, and I hope that you have the best of time on your new journey. If you're struggling, it's okay. We're here to uplift each other. We can send you positive vibes in the comment section. Oh, and don't be afraid to share this video with somebody who you think might need it. Because maybe you had a conversation with somebody and they were talking about, oh, I need to lose weight, I don't know what to do. Just go ahead and send them this video. Just go on and send it to me like, hey, I know what you said, and I know you're probably not going to do the research, so I did it for you. Here, go ahead and watch this video. She going to tell you what to do. All right, y'all. I will see you on the next one. Sending positive vibes, sending love and light. Later.